So it's all about unless and until we know our strengths and weaknesses, right? I would say without the team, what are you? I'm nothing. So
Exactly.
we are trying to build our network, right? Once the network is built, now to do a collaboration, it's next second. Collaboration needs to happen the very second. It's not about, this is not a corporate where you need to like keep writing to and fro and then you get to one consensus and then you do business. But here it is about you connect, you connect. You don't connect, you don't connect.
Mhm. And we
So
connect different ways, right? You know, one community is like, wow, I'm in this one, you know, full time. Another one, it's like, I'll flip back and forth there, but I'm not really part of it. But yeah, I think, you know, Konma looks like this is really what's going on, is that you're definitely connecting, you're speaking the same heart language. That's what I see it as, is the
thanks
same
for that.
heart language. Whatever mother tongue we're speaking, as long as we have the same purpose and the same goals, the rest of this stuff is easy. You know,
So for
so
us it is very simple. We work on people care, earth care, fair share. So for us it is about like now we have like a constitution that is being built, as in like the charter is ready. How do we don't negotiate with anyone. We just talk. We like it, we connect, we connect. We don't, we just continue. So
perfect.
for us it is not about wait, see what their reply is, or do I have to go back, or do they have to come back.
Just do it.
No,
I mean,
that is how we go on.
the challenge really is the overflow on opportunities. So where to really select and make priorities. I was close actually to breakdown last weekend.
I think everybody was. I was ready. Yeah. Yeah. I was done. Yeah.
So, and I think it's about finding the most synergetic alliances, and then to really also select. And because it's impossible to do everything, it's so many important and cool things. But so no, I'll definitely. I hope we got a bit interrupted, Vinay. So I think we need to keep this contact
No, for sure.
ongoing.
It's all about like because now decentralization to me or what we are doing right now, it happened over time. To my team, each one of us, we are getting connected, but do you think your ideology or what you think to what you're working on, it needs to be decentralized and not a decentralized and a centralized, right?
Yes.
A centralized mentality and working on a decentralized solution,
That's
I
it.
would say that that's a fail. Else, if it is both decentralized, right, you would collaborate somewhere, somehow. But
So
Right.
now the reason for this
Ideafest,
this breakout room is for the slides for Ideafest.
yes, yeah.
You have proposals, is that correct?
We have 16 proposals. We are splitting 16 into 8 and 8 because it's a massive team. So we're like, we don't want to pitch one day. So we'll have like 8 and 8.
Right. So you see what I've done, you know, like my core team, we need to get our slides in here. I don't have the space to do this, and you guys have to leave in 4 minutes. So, you know, this is what I've got. I'm just going to put in one slide.
No, actually, not 4 minutes. It's at 10 o'clock. We postponed it because
Okay.
these meets what we are doing well within the team. Only from April 6th, we are open to public. So
Okay.
we are just framing everything. So we
Okay.
will be, we'll be here.
Perfect. So what I did, so these slides, again, they're not vetted. We don't go through these and say, yes, this is a really great project, or no, this isn't. We're not assessing these. These are any proposal that anybody has done on Catalyst related to impacting climate or collaboration. So, you know, I look at this proposal, it's great. I see the funding that they want for it is too high. We can still make a connection. We can still work with people. We can still bring this around. And maybe what this is going to do is go, wow, this water cleanup is perfect for our ocean cleanup. The testing of water. This meets the mushroom guy that I know that does filter bags through creeks that actually reduce E. coli. So, you know, there's this bigger connection between all these above and beyond Project Catalyst. But what I want to be able to do is connect this heart language in one place, and I will represent every single one. So my intention is to be able to get whatever I've got and be able to go through these slides, share the deck so that people have this all in one place, really nice and clean and simple. And these are the ones, if we were in a challenge, we'd be a challenge team doing this. We're not, that's okay. We'll figure this out. I use binder.
I'll have 2 slides for you, Melanie. I hope I'm succeeding to.
Nothing is, there's no set rule for this. Now, if you've got a link and you already the slides are done, you drop those in the chat and I'll add it right now. We'll get this stuff done. And I just
not done yet, not done
okay.
yet, but.
So what we'll do is, I did that form, and that was the other thing, you know, I kind of work with what tools I have, how I can do it. Started with that form last fund, kind of worked a little bit, and then I adjusted it now. Oh, I forgot the link. Now everybody has to go in and do that again. So there's probably better ways of doing this.
But Melanie, what I would suggest is, now when it comes to Konma, so we've been working on multiple platforms and we have our platform set. So we didn't interact with any of the Cardano, as in like, again, Cardano ecosystem is divided into multiple groups. So what we say is, or what we see is clear collaboration, but how do we collaborate? Where do we collaborate? Now, if we follow on day-to-day basis the proceedings of what you do or what we do, we'll be able to like at least say yes or no. Now we are like, we are not able to take any stance.
Because we
So
don't know.
We're like clueless, where you're busy with your stuff, we are busy with our stuff, and when we meet, we talk about something, but what next? Do we take an action? No.
No.
But how do we do it? So, in fact, I spoke to like a lot of people in Cardano community, say like Nori or Felix, or who's been there since the start, the launch pad, right? As in like how you started off. This is a social experiment, as in like it's an experiment where now no one gives you guidelines. You do your experiment. If
we
it's
are
good,
the experiment.
Yeah. So if the experiment is good and your observations are nice, right? You're happy with it. If not, you would iterate. Written on intention, as we say.
Angry,
So,
or you figure it out. There's the in between, right? You know, you're either happy with it or you know it's not working and you're frustrated. So how do you come to the middle bit? And this is where we're at. This is
so
exactly.
in fact, I've seen Gassner's the entire slide, one powerful slide that would say like, how do you filter, as in idea management or innovation management happens, and then you have mentoring happening, and then you have a marketplace. So for the structure what he's got, as in the blueprint what he's put in, we were able to put in our, as in like names, saying like Konma Hope is doing this, Konma upskill is doing this, Konma is doing that, Konma is doing this. So it's like we were able to like put our ideas into his map.
Yes.
So that is when I connected to him and I was like, Gasna, we need to like connect next.
Yeah, so maybe
After
in
this,
front line,
but
maybe in
after
front
that,
line
it's all
we are
about
doing
like we
better.
got busy with the results. And once we got the results, we were too excited because we actually approached Cardano for DCF. We are not even in Catalyst. We didn't know Catalyst till Fund 7 started. The first day of Fund 7, when Charles gave his first speech, the opening speech is when I got to know about Catalyst. And I tell my team that, boss, this is what I've seen, and all of us need to go there. We put in 7 proposals and we got 1 proposal, and we got funded for the right proposal.
Nice.
So that is right, meaning it's not that the other 6 are not right, but the one we got funded for is for talent pool, as in like we need to build talent pool for building all these solutions as skilled developers. If you ask Konma to build the same solution on a different blockchain, we would give you a timeline of 3 months to do the entire thing. We would go to Ethereum or we would go to Polygon, we would do it. But again, why are we sticking to this? It's still in a developmental phases. We're too, as in like the technology is a baby. It's still, I would say, it's still not crawling.
It's not fast, you
No,
know, and
to
it's
be,
not the fast buck.
but the transition would be too fast. As
Exactly.
in what internet was 10 years ago
Mhm.
to 10 years ago or 5 years ago, none of us were using these apps.
Mhm.
Right, and
And
it's also
COVID,
important to be very precise what we mean by decentralization. What do we mean by centralization? There's so much bullshit out in the world. So that's, let's say, what we try to contribute also with the technical part in our radar is to examine really what is the technology stack, what are the minimum criteria to call something Web 3.0. To get away from all this complete bullshitting, which is sorry about this language, but
It is
no,
what it is.
no,
So
that comes out of frustration because, again, yeah,
so just
decentralized mentalities, working on decentralized networks, you would be like at peace. But
I have a
decentralized mentalities facing centralized comments, you would do that.
big ask. Someone else would be able to take all this information and present it at Ideafest. You know, if I was younger maybe, or, you know, in a different kind of system, I have a big ask that you put this information on these slides for me. Represent yourself in these slides and I will represent you like I do with Littercoin. I love this application. I love what Sean's doing. I have this other inside picture. Little Fish, the same thing. You know, what you see on the paper is nothing. I will be the human face for these projects, especially ones that I have connection with. But I really do need you to clarify your information on single slides. If you've got 16 proposals, send me 16 links. I apologize about but also that form, put each one in, because that gives us a list for people to go through and assess, also to vote for. We have it all in one place. This is the best connection that I have so far. And if we figure something else, that's great. Henno.
Melanie, how do we put it on there?
You don't have to put it on there. If you can create your own slide deck.
Have you maybe got a dimensions so we all work on the same dimensions to start off with?
So I'll show you what happened with, let's see if I can find that. Let's think
So I can just create one slide and then send you the link to the slide and you copy
that's
and
it.
paste it in.
That's it. And then I'll keep the formatting that you have, everything, and that makes my life super simple. If you can include important details, your link to idea scale, whatever you feel is important, and then also how they connect with you, which if it's in idea scale, that's fine. Ideafest, I'm assuming most people will be signed up in idea scale, right? Some people won't. And
do we need to do something to be signed up for Ideafest, or will
what
they
do you
send
have
us a
to
link
do?
for each?
Yes, let me get those. You have to sign up as a presenter and a let me get that for you. So you're going to be presenting your own proposal, correct? So you can't jump around. What you need to do is go to one room, present, listen to everybody else's. There'll be probably some sort of voting to who did the best presentation. That gives you some identification. But being in person in those rooms is really incredible because you get that human touch and you will meet people that you realize are doing exactly what you're hoping to be doing. So it's an event that's actually very, very good. So that's the presenter form. So make sure you're signed up. And Vinay, if you've got 16 proposals, get 16 people to present those if you can at Ideafest.
I think, Melanie, there was a discussion about bundling some ideas because it's like, I think you guys from Konma, like also DLT 360, we have interrelated proposals, and it's simply not possible to be there with so many people. So I think this time there is a possibility to bundle some of those presentations.
So you can bundle it, or you can be in person per proposal, because that's what we're doing with ours. I'm hoping, because a lot of the people that have written our proposals also have their own proposals outside of Cardano4Climate. So there's that challenge. I will represent all of them. But when you think about the fire hose of information that comes at you with 20 proposals, Konma adds 15, you add 6, Henos gets lost, but the link will be there. So I'll do the best I can. If you can be there individually for portions of it, you'll make better connections.
In this nightmare of deadlines, Melanie, when is it's 2 weekends, isn't it?
Yes.
That's on 26th and April 2nd.
So, and I believe, I'm hoping that you can choose one or the other, so you don't have to be at both. But, and then they get recorded, they're there for people to watch if they have the time that they don't have.
We wanted to split because it's gonna be like a Konma fest there. So like,
well, that's kind of cool. Because the other thing, if you think about it, if you've got 16 proposals, 16 people show up in 16.
You have 18 people show up.
18 in different rooms, and there's 4 other proposals. You've just made 4 connections. And that to me is more valuable than anything.
Yep.
So Ideafest can feel like a bit of a, work to do, but I believe the connection that you're going to get out of it will be invaluable, and it will make whatever work you do worth it. We don't have that space otherwise. We have idea scale, and what? This is our opportunity to get in there face to face with people and tell them why they should connect with us. So, Henno, how are you doing? Did that make any sense for the slide? And
Oh, yes, no, absolutely, yes. No, that's perfect. Look, from the process I've been through now, I would like to see the Ideafest happen earlier. Because it
before
doesn't make,
finalization, yes.
before we actually do the quality advisor role. Because if you can get a grip of the project a little better, it just makes a lot more sense. So I'd like to see that happen earlier. I also think that there should be a subjective voting kind of thing. I know the votes are subjective, but the quality assessors should also have like one area where they just give it a subjective rating and not just all objective.
So that's Catalyst related, and that's within Catalyst control. So I look at this and I go, absolutely, we need to have this collaboration start sooner. And I'm trying to readjust my personal schedule to recognize this collaboration happening sooner. I did this experiment with this forum in Fund 7 to gather the collection, and it was always this last minute deadline. And I was always rushing. So I've learned that let's get these proposals in sooner and in a list sooner so that we can start creating collaborations. I've only just been able to go through and start reading some of this. Now that I've got that information, how do I share that? So not soon enough. It's not happening soon enough because these collaborations could have happened already. And then Fund 9 comes along and we'll do it better. So,
but isn't it tough to do the assessments without really knowing the project? It's really tough. I found it really tough to do because it's so difficult.
Yeah. I mean, it would be so nice to have a video clip for the community advisors already in the early stage, because it's a lot of text you need to write in order not to miss anything. But I was community advisor myself since Fund 2, and I'm not doing it now because I have I'm too active as a proposer. I don't want to be
I've done one assessment, and that I think that's all I can do, and I want to do so many.
Yeah. So but it's all getting back to the overload. I think we need to make time for reflections. We need to spare some time for reflecting and improving. So,
but Melanie, what I say is, how about now? It's like you want everything to be organized. So it happened last fund. The form what you created last fund is here. So now if you see what Konma's got is much more advanced. But collaborations. Who do we collaborate with? Even if we don't have any collaborations, we would do this. Because we are a good big team, a strong team, not just probably till date we are just community building. And we got funded for Konma Labs, where we asked funds for building the Haskell talent pool. Now, India being a country with the best of mathematics and statistics, I would say we're great. Ramanujan, the great Ramanujan, the maths is been flowing
in your blood.
No doubt, you can claim that. Absolutely, we have just stolen it.
I won't say stolen it. It's again open source. Anyone can have it. So
well, it's good for humankind, and that's it. All these things that are coming up are meant for everyone. They're not meant to be kept or profited from. This is where we fail, when we keep it to ourselves. So
glad that you understand, but it's like a decentralized mentality working on a decentralized structure. Good. Happy for that. You can collaborate. But
well, this makes me feel like Fund 9 will be completely different. because of our
I would say when
connections.
compared to Fund 7,
Mhm.
Fund 8 is bad. The quality has gone down because
Too much.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's not too much. It's not too much as in like too much of
It's just too much of
it's
this,
clouded.
like this.
It's
Yeah.
clouded.
It's too dusty. The dust hasn't settled. So,
So what I tell you is, why don't we fast track this? Fast track meaning analyzing strengths and weaknesses. What do we have? So probably we host a community session sometime tomorrow or day after when all of us are like, we will probably like send in a link, a Calendly link where we just block for an hour, show where we are to what our strengths are. So now when you say the Google Forms, I would say there's a team for that in Konma, which would like take you
make my life easy.
the very second. But
This is it.
we've not been using that very resource. Why? We don't know that there's someone who wants this. There's no connect. At
So
least last fund we were introverts, but this fund we're like too extra.
So
So
this is our calendar. I believe if you click on that link is our calendar, Google Calendar. Go ahead and put an event in there and advertise it in the Telegram channel, C4C channel.
let's not bring in crowd for now because
Right. You want,
when
right.
crowd
You
comes
want to,
in, the consensus is hard.
this is it.
You bring the baseline, say that this is my idea, build on this. Unless
Good.
and until you have a line, they build on it, it's hard. You
Okay.
ask
So
people to
let's,
come together, you don't get to consensus.
schedule something with our core team that works for your time zone and our time zone somehow in the
In
next
fact,
few.
I had meeting with Nori 2 days ago.
You did.
He's
Oh,
yeah.
good. He's
So
on holidays.
yeah, he's like 2 weeks holiday, please leave me. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Smart guy, smart guy.
I was going to take these 2 weeks and it's like, hey, hang on. I think as a core team, we need to do that schedule now. Who's taking, because it was last minute and it's like, what? I wanted to. But anyways, it's all good. He deserves it because he's done an awful lot of work.
but I think for the resources we got, Lanyard is here. Hey, Lanyard.
Newman.
So, Newman Lanyard. So, what I see is just the team here, the 360, the DLT 360 to C4C, the very few who would be able to like add in, decide, at least to bring in a baseline. The
Mhm,
developments can be done within the teams much later.
mhm.
But what is the baseline? What are our strengths to what are our weaknesses? How do we collaborate with someone? Because only if you are weak and someone has the strength, you collaborate.
Okay, so how do you want to organize this? How do you want to bring us together?
Probably can all of us have one single session.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure that all the experts in Konma from different expertise. Now, at least when it comes to, we have Gassner, when it comes to technology and regulations, is what he's concentrating on. The grassroots levels, right? As in, we talk things, but it's still on just the top level and not the grassroots level. It's not going to make any change.
Right.
So
So
how do we take it to grassroots level? One, the regulations. Two, the technology. So we say we have like multiple wings under Konma. One, food, lifestyle, art. These are the three things on day-to-day basis we deal with. But community and earth, we deal very little. So we have all that. We have all the platforms for that to interact, to get things better. So if we can orient you to Konma and you tell us where you stand and what you need, we'll be able to like, because again, following all the messages on Telegram, I would say when I see
Yeah,
on
it's too
Telegram, I
much.
have like,
Yeah. So is it possible to do a presentation for us, like a visualization of where this goes? That's what I will remember the best. If I see something, you know, then it's like, okay, I recognize that. I'm still mesmerized by DLT graphs. They're still burnt into my memory, not exactly the details, but I remember, you know, that that's connected with DLT. But
no,
that's me.
I would say like we have the best of expertise. It is all about like coming together.
Yeah. So definitely you go ahead and plan it. And then you just say, this is going to work, or when will it work? I'm going to leave that for you to do, because we definitely need to do that. I can't generate the connection. Just a little
No,
too spread out.
people can try their best, but if it doesn't happen, as in the reciprocation
Yes.
is what matters.
Yeah. And for now, for Ideafest, we have this coming up in a few days. I'm just going with what we've
26.
got. Send your,
Right.
Okay.
if it works for you to send those slides, let's do it. You know, let's just get it done. It's not
No,
perfect.
slides from our end, is it? As in, what do you want? As in, what you're expecting out of, as in, like, for the Ideafest, what do we have to
So
pitch
this,
in or pull in?
just like this, just like this slide, this idea, right here, that
Okay,
idea.
what about that? What do we do about that?
So if you can make slides for each one of your proposal, something note forms, a diagram, a visual, a title, if you've got a YouTube link, those pieces of information that will give us more, and the link to your proposal. Really super simple.
So
Switch
that is
it up.
that, because since we have 16 and we have a repository that is there, which shows everything.
Perfect. So this is all I need, and I will put them in. If it takes over the slide deck, it takes over the slide deck. Henno's will be in there as well. And you know, but this is what I need from you, because I can't do it.
Melanie, where do we send it to? Can we just send it to you on?
You
I
can send it
you?
Telegram direct message to me.
I'll do that.
Would be the easiest, and then we don't have to worry about anything else. And that's
So
what I'll.
basically, it's slides about our proposals.
Right. So you can do a slide deck of 16 slides, and I'll put them in probably by category if I have enough, you know, by challenge.
I'll send you one deck that'll like explain the entirety of Konma.
Okay, and then
And
keep up. You tell me what you want to do with them, and if they need to stay together, you know, because like WADA, Fund 6, I think it was, you know, they had all these different proposals, and one of them didn't get funded. And it was a very significant piece, which they got funding for through another way. But, you know, if there's a interconnection, show it to me. Same with DLT 360. Let's show how this is a bigger picture, right, and how it's been divvied up.
Right. You get 2 slides from me, Melanie, where I try to keep it very simple.
Perfect.
yeah.
Simple is good. Okay, so we've got about 5 minutes, and then I'm cooked.
Me too.
My hard-boiled egg is, the timer's going to go off, and it's going to say you're done. So
I think you guys need to join us on our Konmaverse, a 2D metaverse, where we'll be able to like present the deck on how Konma works. So it's all about just sit back and watch.
This is
Right,
really important, because we have the big piece missing with the technology. Satya, do you have something to say?
No, I was just about to say time is up. We have to host
Oh.
United.
Okay, you got to run. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do that. Send me that link to that metaverse. I have no idea what it is. I'm more than willing, because I know who you are. I trust you. Take me into that metaverse and let's figure this out. Okay.
Give you a different experience.
And
Perfect.
Melanie, from now on, I think it's okay to count on breakout rooms more or less as a routine, because I really would like to, even if it's small steps, I would like to iteratively start
Good.
working.
So then prior, just like town hall does, just prior to the breakout rooms, I'll give you
Yep.
an opportunity for a slide. You're going to explain what you're going to talk about, and then it's just going to be in there. The other thing you're going to have to do is remind me of this. Like
Yeah,
if you,
MJ, I have now MJ that takes care of that, and he
Good.
will be
So-
good to drive it.
with the Ideafest, send me one slide that I can add to my weekly template, and then I won't have any problem. Okay, and Vinay,
All right.
what is this? The app, Gather Town. So this is something on the phone.
Better on PC.
Better on PC. So we just join this way.
Yeah.
Simple. Okay.
Melanie,
Hanno.
can I also add another spreadsheet like I did last time, so people can add their proposal and the Ideafest time when it actually happens, so that we can go and follow?
Oh,
other
Hanno, that
proposals
was
with-
so helpful. You know, because yeah. Do we have
I'll do
times?
that.
Do we have time schedules though, or not? We don't. Do
Yeah,
we?
we'll get a time schedule from the Ideafest people as soon as they've done that. So maybe I'll do that spreadsheet for us, and then maybe you can share it out. So I'll also send that in Telegram. So I'll create the list for us.
Do it.
and then
Do
you
it in
can
Telegram.
copy it.
Make sure you do an @Melanie so that I see it. I'll pin it.
I think people have already given you a list because they've added their proposals onto your
Form. This
So
one.
maybe if you can send me that list, then I can take that list so long, and people can just fill in their times when it's happening on Ideafest.
Yeah. So this is the form so far, and it shows up in a spreadsheet. I don't know how this works as far as emails. Like, is this something that I should do? You know, allow public access to, view only? I don't know.
I think all I need is the fund 8, the column H, I think. No, not H. I just need one row of this because all I need is the actual proposal.
So F and the category it's in, or not?
Yeah, if should do it. Just
Okay,
send me the
so
if.
Hanno, what I'm going to do though is I'll just send you this link as a view only, and then you know it's just don't share it around. I don't know the legalities of collecting
Yes,
personal
yes.
data and sharing it out widely. I
think
know.
what I would like to do is just get the name and the link, and then people should